You guys really aren't finished, huh? Almost 5 years after this man left this earth, and we're still doing this. They might as well just take interviews and put a beat over them at this point. They already said they were going to use AI to make music, so I don't know what they'll do next. If you have been in the loop, XXXTentacion's estate, not him, released a new song, in quotes, featuring Lil Uzi Vert, and I'm going to be honest, it was trash. Not because X's singing was bad, honestly that was the one good thing that was good on this track, but pretty much everything else disgusted me. You know the joke where people say this artist sounded like they recorded this song in another room? That's literally the case here. And then you put Lil Uzi on the song. Like, didn't you say you weren't doing posthumous features?
Do you plan on hopping on an unreleased X track because Ja really wanted to collab with you and everyone on XS team really wants it to happen? XXXTentacion Uzi song PLS.
Yes, I would love to do a song with him, but I'm really weird on stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it took me really long to do that before with another artist. I'm really weird because I understand that they're not here living, and what if that's not the vision that they really want?
Like, I can give the X and Juice WRLD collab a little bit more of a pass because at least that song was at least a recorded song, not just some random recording of him in a studio just singing over a guitar, and it just sounds like absolute crap. When X passed away, I was disappointed that such a talented artist passed away before they got to realize their potential, but I also appreciated what he brought to the game while he was alive, and I respected his legacy. However, slowly over time, every time he's brought up now, I become more and more disappointed just because of how distasteful his estate handled his posthumous releases and his legacy as a whole. Do you guys know when TV shows that start off fantastic, but slowly release lower quality stuff over the years just for the sake of money, and it slowly ruins its legacy? Like, imagine if they gave another season to a show like Gravity Falls or something. The story was already over. You would just ruin the show at that point. I mean, we've seen this already for several shows. The same thing can be said for these posthumous albums. Like, Skins was okay for what it was, and Bad Vibes Forever was really, really bad, mostly because everything was completely unfinished and they threw on a bunch of unnecessary features to make it somewhat of a song. And that should have been their sign to stop. But nah, they're still going. I'm not the type of person to attack Cleo, but I do have a question. Did you want this? Better question, did you think that X wanted this? Did you think he wanted these phone recordings of studio sessions turned into quote-unquote songs? Like, I really thought that they left it off on a high note for what it was. Like, I'm going to be honest, after Bad Vibes Forever came out, I was very, very disappointed on how they left XXXTentacion's career. However, when they made his Hulu documentary and dropped a soundtrack which basically just had SoundCloud songs and his biggest hits, along with that Kanye song, I actually didn't have too much of a problem with that. In fact, I think that left him on a high note. I thought the documentary was pretty good, and there were a bunch of SoundCloud songs that are now on Spotify and Apple Music and all the main streaming services. But as long as they keep making money by dropping these songs, I don't know when they're going to stop. Again, it's not my decision to say what they do with his music and all of his still remaining songs that have not been released, if you even want to call them that. But in my opinion, I do not support this at all, and I hope that they learn.